internet. I'm Shannon, and today I've got another book talk video to share with you guys. This is the second this week. I got through this book really quickly. It's only about 230 pages, and that is Lucky by Marissa Stapely. Of course, now that I'm filming, Trixie has decided to wake up and start pacing. Anyway, you guys, I'm going to start this video by saying that this is the fourth or fifth at this point book that I have read that has the Reese's book club sticker on it, Reese Witherspoon, and every time with every single book I've been let down. And I just don't think I'm gonna be doing that anymore. Fool me once, you know, but now at this point it's my own fault for keeping on going back and trying those books. None of them are terrible, you know, but none of them are great by any means. And every time I read one, I just sit there and I'm like, why did this get chosen? I'm guessing it's probably a money thing. You probably pay, maybe it's a bid, the highest bidder gets their sticker, and then the sticker gets sales, right? So I've got to believe that that's how this system works, because I can't think of any other reason. So this book talk's gonna be quick. We're just gonna get into it, get it done, and be done with it. Again, it's not terrible, but it was boring and nothing happened, and I didn't care about anybody, and I didn't care about anything that was happening. So, okay, this is gonna be full of spoilers. So, because the only way to talk about a book this short where nothing happens is to just say the spoilers, because so if that's not for you, I understand, but here we go. It's about a girl named Lucky. At the beginning of the book, we see her mother is dropping her off as an infant on the steps of a church. A nun comes out, sees the baby, and as she's getting ready to take her inside, a man comes along and he says, "Oh my goodness, that's my baby. Thank God I found you." And she hands the baby over to him. We get two different time periods. One's back when Lucky's a kid, so Lucky was the baby. Now her dad has come and claimed her. Then we get glimpses into not the present, but 2008. So Lucky's an adult now, and we learn about her life, and then it flashes back to learning about her childhood. So her dad was a con man, and that was his whole life. He would just go from mark to mark, stealing and scamming and conning people. He'd use her to do it as well. You know, he'd have this cute little daughter, and he'd say that she was sick, or, you know, just people were more willing to give money to this cute little kid than this middle-aged man, you know? So then when we see her as an adult, she's now a grown con woman herself and going through the motions. And in the 2008 time period, we learn that her dad's in prison and has been for a while. And then in the flashbacks, we see the ways that this lifestyle negatively affected her. And as we move more and more through the book, I'm just like, is something going to happen? Where is this going? But it goes nowhere. So one of the main twists, I guess, is that her dad isn't her dad. He just saw the baby on the steps and stole her. And in the end, she finds her mom is the DA, like the district attorney of New York. And nothing happens. Nothing happens. I don't even know what to... Nothing happens. I don't care about any of them. I don't even care about Lucky. Because there were points as an adult that she could have chose something else, and she tries sometimes, but she just doesn't. And then, oh, she wins the lottery at one point, like $300 million plus in the lottery. But at the point that she wins it, she's wanted by the police. And so she can't go and cash it. So she begins this sort of journey to try and find someone who she can trust enough to cash it for her. But her and everyone she knows are criminals, so she's having a difficult time finding someone she can trust. And that's when she finds the woman who she first thinks is her mom. And she's just like, well, no, I could never have children. I was married to your husband, but one day he just came home with you. And when I saw that he had you, I took off. So that had kind of been the story he was feeding to her of her mother, but she was not her mother because he stole her from the church. But yeah, in the end, she does get reunited with her mom. So that's, you know, that's fun. That's fun. And since she's a lawyer, you know, she's got these, like, her mom's a lawyer now that Lucky has these charges out for her arrest. Her mom works out a deal so that if she sort of rats on everybody that she knows, she can avoid jail herself. And then she can cash her own lottery ticket. I'm sorry, you guys. This was just, I grabbed it on a whim because that stupid sticker, even though you'd think I would have learned by now, if you ever see me reading a book with another one of those stickers on them, you feel free to comment, Shannon, what are you doing? You said you weren't going to do that anymore. And I will agree with you. I'll be like, girl, you're right. Or guy. Anyway. So I wanted to come on and do a book talk because I read it and I finished it. I gave it 2 stars on Goodreads. I probably should have only given it 1, but that makes me feel too bad. I'm a soft reviewer. I know some people they're tough reviewers, and sometimes I'll watch their reviews or whatever and I'll be like, oh my god, you go hard, but that's not me. I don't go hard. I'm pretty soft, mainly because in the first point I'm like, well, look at you, you wrote a book. You did it. And so I'm just happy for them for that. And then, you know, as long as it's not terrible, I'm usually pretty much like, no, that was all right. You know, I might not love it, but I'm like, that's fine. And I'll usually go for a 3-star review, but this was worse than that. Nothing happens. I didn't care about anybody. I didn't care about anything. Now, you might have a different point of view because I went to Goodreads and I looked this book up, and, you know, it's got like 3.7 stars on average, which is not terrible. A lot of 5 stars. Some people loved it. So again, it's just a case of not every book is for you. And this might be your favorite book, but it wasn't for me. So yeah, I tend to not do book talks on books I didn't love, but I was like, I have to because the madness needs to stop. Anyway, I hope you're having a good day. I hope you have a great weekend, and I will see you guys again real soon. Bye.